We know that you are extremely anxious to hear Asha Kumari ji, Captain Amarinder Singh ji, and our special dignitaries who are here today. But before that, there is something else that we will like to speak upon. By a single unwitting and disastrous decision, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has demonetized the entire nation. एक तुगलकी फरमान से देश के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने नोटबंदी की बजाय देशबंदी हमारे मुल्क में लागू कर दी. Modi government has not demonetized the currency alone, but has ended up demonetizing the economy, the jobs, demonetizing the trade and businesses, demonetizing the agriculture and rural sectors, and essentially demonetizing the people of India. People of the country are angry, they are anguished, and they are protesting today with Congress party leading the Jan Akrosh Divas. Blinded by the arrogance of numbers, Shri Narendra Modi is unable to fathom the pain, the anguish and the anger of India's 125 crore people for wiping out their life's earnings and for creating a colossal sense of fear and insecurity. As pointed out by Dr. Manmohan Singh in Parliament, demonetization by Modi government has truly ended up as a classical case of organized loot and legalized plunder. Demonetization is also perhaps the biggest scam in independent India. And that is why all the opposition parties led by Congress party and its Vice President Shri Rahul Gandhi have been demanding a thorough investigation through Joint Parliamentary Committee. It is now in public domain that BJP through its state and central units was depositing crores of rupees into its bank accounts immediately before demonetization. And we in the Congress party had released details of the bank account of Calcutta unit of BJP. We dare Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and Shri Amit Shah to make the entire accounts of Bharatiya Janata Party and deposits made over last 6 months public so that people of India can judge as to how much black money was converted into white by Modi government. Is it also not true that Bharatiya Janata Party was purchasing property worth hundreds and perhaps thousands of crores of rupees across the country in the months leading to demonetization? On the 25th, we released 8 sale deeds, largely in the name of National BJP President Shri Amit Shah with head office address of 11 Ashoka Road from Bihar, which reflected 8 sale transactions worth 3 crore 41 lakhs only in one state. How many such transactions were undertaken across India in the months leading up to demonetization? How much money was paid under the table in cash? As Mr. Chaurasia, who executed registered sale deeds for BJP, said, a lot of this money was received in cash from BJP headquarters at Delhi. Who was sending this money in cash? And what is the total amount of black money consequently converted? Is it also not true that as the common person stood in line pleading for withdrawing 2,000 rupees from his or her own bank account, BJP leaders, including a BJP leader from Punjab, Shri Sanjeev Kamboj, their photographs appeared on social media with wads of notes of the new currency. how did BJP and its leaders have access to lakhs and crores of new currency when you and me had to stand in line for days together to withdraw 2,000 rupees? Is it also not true that a month prior to demonetization, that is in September 2016, 5,88,600 crore rupees extra were deposited in the scheduled banks' deposits? Who deposited this money? Will Shri Narendra Modi make detail of every account public where more than rupees 25 lakh was deposited in 3 months prior to demonetization, so that we know who was the actual black money holder? And is it also not true that Modi ji permitted foreign remittances limit from $75,000 to $250,000, leading to, in last 1 year alone, an outflow of currency worth 30,000 crores? And is it also not true that 76% of Jan Dhan accounts which had less than 5 rupees now have 65,000 crore rupees? Does it not point towards an organized loot, plunder and scam directed, I am sorry to say, by those in power, that is, those sitting at the highest echelons of power in Modi government? Prime Minister is accountable to the Parliament, but Prime Minister decides not to ever come to Parliament or face Parliament. He has time to go to rock concerts. He has time to go and address rallies and slap his own back and pat his own back. He has time to do theatrics, mock the people of this country, and when cornered, shed crocodile tears and cry. But he has no time to be accountable to Temple of Democracy, that is the Parliament of India. That is why all opposition parties, irrespective of ideological differences, came together to observe Jan Akrosh Divas, led by the Congress party. And that is why Prime Minister needs to answer certain fundamental questions, some of which we have listed and we are passing on to you instead of taking a lot of your time. Prime Minister needs to tell whether those standing in lines are thieves or black marketeers. People who are trying to withdraw their own money from their own bank accounts, what crime have they committed? And under what law has Modi ji prevented them from withdrawing their own money? Prime Minister also needs to be responsible for the 80 tragic deaths in last 19 days, list of which we are sending to you. Will Modi ji now apologize to these 80 families and to 125 crore Indians? Prime Minister must also realize that he has changed the rules of demonetization 105 times in 19 days. Is this the manner that he prepared himself to implement demonetization for 10 months? And we are giving you a list of change of rules which is 105 times. And the truth is that banks do not have any notes, neither do the ATMs. Money that is received finishes by 11 o'clock. That's why gradually people are going back home. No exchange of notes is permissible. It's time Prime Minister apologized to the nation, and Prime Minister came forward and found a lasting solution to the mess that he has created. Narendra Modi ji has battered severely India's economy, and it will be difficult to regain India's growth story. That is a question that he needs to answer. We will be sending you a more detailed statement. And as you know, friends, we have important announcements to make. And both the PCC President of Punjab and in charge General Secretary of Punjab will be addressing you briefly. But before that, there is a joining of two important guests and hundreds and thousands of their colleagues into the Congress party. हमें आज खुशी है कि कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी के नेतृत्व में दो महत्वपूर्ण मेहमान जिन्होंने पंजाब की राजनीति को एक नई दशा और दिशा देने में वर्षों से निर्णायक भूमिका निभाई है, जिन दोनों का व्यक्तित्व किन्हीं शब्दों का मोहताज नहीं, जिन्होंने राजनीतिक जीवन में सिद्धांतों और परंपराओं पर चलते हुए कभी भी राज सत्ता की परवाह नहीं की। आज उन्होंने ये निर्णय किया कि वो भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस के नेतृत्व में श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी और श्री राहुल गांधी के नेतृत्व में एक नए पंजाब के निर्माण के लिए कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी के नेतृत्व में एक निर्णायक भूमिका निभाने के लिए भारतीय राष्ट्रीय कांग्रेस की सदस्यता ग्रहण करेंगे। और उन दोनों का स्वागत करने के लिए और औपचारिक तौर से उनका परिचय करने के लिए मैं श्रीमती आशा कुमारी जी से आग्रह करूंगा कि संक्षिप्त में उनका परिचय दें और फिर कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी से आग्रह करें कि वो उन्हें औपचारिक तौर से कांग्रेस में शामिल करें।
कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी जो हमारे पंजाब प्रदेश कांग्रेस कमेटी के अध्यक्ष हैं, उनके द्वारा और उनके साथ आए हुए हमारे दो विशेष मेहमान जिनके बारे में सुरजेवाला जी ने आपको बताया, वैसे वो दोनों ही परिचय के मोहताज नहीं हैं। मेरे बाईं ओर बैठी हैं नवजोत कौर सिद्धू, डॉक्टर नवजोत कौर सिद्धू, विधायक हैं, ये वर्तमान विधानसभा में विधायक हैं अमृतसर ईस्ट से। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की विधायक थी, इन्होंने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को छोड़ करके कांग्रेस में शामिल होने का फैसला किया है, इनका स्वागत है। और कैप्टन साहब की दाईं ओर श्री प्रगट सिंह जी, जो कि हिंदुस्तान में हॉकी का बहुत बड़ा नाम है, कैप्टन थे ये इंडियन हॉकी टीम के, जलंधर कैंट से अकाली दल के विधायक थे। इनका परिचय हॉकी के वर्ल्ड में तो सब जानते ही हैं, मगर राजनीति के क्षेत्र में भी इन्होंने अपने क्षेत्र में बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। मैं कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी से निवेदन करूंगी कि इन दोनों को औपचारिक रूप से कांग्रेस पार्टी में शामिल करें।
अरे स्टील वाले भाई साहब बैठे बैठे कर लो। अरे स्टील वाले बैठाओ ना, बैठ के आगे।
मुकेश,
अरे स्टील वाले के बैठाओ यार।
मुकेश नीचे हो जा यार। मुकेश नीचे हो जाए यार, भाई साहब हो जाओ नीचे।
अरे दिल भर गया।
अरे भैया नीचे आ जाओ, मुकेश बैठ जाओ।
यार हद कर दिया यार इन लोगों ने।
अरे मुकेश नीचे हो
ये तो
जाए।
तरीका है।
सर टीवी वालों के लिए एक बार कर दीजिए।
सर एक बार दोबारा।
सर टीवी वालों के लिए एक बार कर दीजिए सर। सर टीवी वालों का नहीं हो रहा सर पिक्चर। बैठा रहे यार। पीछे वालों को करने में प्रॉब्लम की क्या बात है?
I think the first thing I want to speak about is, which is a very crucial matter for us and I think for the whole of the security of the nation. It is the Nava break-in and break-out which took place yesterday. I want everyone to first understand that what has been happening in Punjab for the last 1 year with the tearing of the Guru Granth Sahib, the tearing of the Gita, the tearing of the Quran Sharif, have been going on with an attempt to polarize people and to create a situation conducive to Akali Dal's own political future. Uske baad, we had the Director General of Police, Punjab, make a statement just a month ago that there are 57 gangs operating in Punjab, fully weaponized, and these 57 gangs are they've calculated about 470 people. And suddenly he went quiet, because obviously he was told by the government of Punjab to keep quiet. The Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister of all who run the show. And yesterday what we had is, to my mind, a continuation of what was going on. Because 6 people were released from this is Punjab's most high security jail, Naba. It's got 3 tiers of defense before you go into the interior. Obviously the people they wanted to break out had been told, because they were standing at the inner gate from the jail side. And here, after you go past the sentry, on the right is the jailer's office, on the left is the guard. You go past that, there's another guard. Then the third door is open, and when you go into the jail. It's a total high security area of the state, and the highest jail security level that we have in Punjab. Now they have, obviously those people have broken out. One has been caught, Khalistan Liberation Front. Obviously it is part of the whole game. It's a strategy of this government to do this, to add more firepower and more what they wish for the current elections. And the 5 people that are left are all gangsters of Western Punjab, which is Mr. Prakash Singh Badal and Sukhbir Singh Badal's area. He's from Jalalabad and his father is from Lambi. It's all that area, Muxar and all that side, these 5 gangsters. Now this is part of this plan. We went, all of us, to see the election commissioner, and we told them all these things, that you see that this is going to happen. Today I have reiterated this to the election commissioner, that the code of conduct should be brought in. I have written to the Home Minister of India, in which I have said that the time has come that this government should be dismissed, because to stay in power they will do anything what they can possibly do. They don't care about lives, they don't care about niceties or the way democracy should function. They are only interested that, as their own situation is very bad at the moment, some form of retaining government and coming back into power. And as they have nothing else, they don't have the people support, they don't have anything else to do, now they are going to try violence for polarizing the communities. And that, I think, would be the greatest disaster for Punjab. We have already been through a long, bad battle, and on top of it, you're going to have this sort of thing. You know, we have lost 35,000 people killed in Punjab in the last 30 years, when the trouble was on, not now, fortunately. And we don't want that scenario to come. So I want to, in this, link this decision of the SYL Canal. Because SYL Canal, I think most of you don't know, I was part of it from the very beginning, from 1981 or 80 onwards. So I know the whole background to this whole canal. This issue arose out of the Anandpur Sahib resolution, and some of you may remember that. It was a resolution which was passed by the Akali Party and sent to Government of India. And the principal thing, though there were areas, Punjabi speaking areas in Chandigarh, etc., but the operative portion and the harsh portion was water. And from then, when no action was taken, you know how it went up to Blue Star. Then it came on, again terrorism rose. It was only Blue Star. And I had to, in 2004, pass the Termination of Agreements Act for the sake of keeping peace in Punjab and the water in Punjab, because this is a crucial issue. Why is it a crucial issue? Because when the Punjab and Haryana was created in 1966, all property and all assets were shared 60-40. Now here, we had 60% of the land and Haryana had 40% of the land. They have 12 million acre feet of water and we have 8 million acre feet of water. Why? Because 60-40 was shared between the Satluj, Beas and the Ravi, but the Haryana, the Yamuna water which was coming from the Surjewala headworks to Haryana, which Punjab never claimed because we felt we were not riparian to that water, was Haryana's water. So they have 12 MAF, 40% of land, and we have 8 MAF, 60% of the land. Therefore, we are objecting to this issue. And now the Supreme Court has done it, but Supreme Court has done it only on 4 issues. The presidential reference where 4 questions were asked. The ground realities of the state were not taken into account. And that is where we are concerned, because the glaciers have melted. I don't know if any of you have had an opportunity of going to Manali, to Sasso, Snow and Avalanche Study Organization. I've been 3 times in the last 15 years to see what the situation is. Glaciers don't exist, which existed. Snowfall has reduced. Water, after the Iradi Commission in 86, after the Iradi Commission, where it was estimated that the water was 18 million acre feet in our rivers, today it is down to 13 million acre feet in our rivers. So before you can decide on where and how much water should go, you have to find out what is in the water, what is the water in the rivers. So this is like putting the cart before the horse. The Supreme Court should have set up a commission to go into this issue as to how much water exists, and then you can only talk beyond it. So this is why I'm linking it, because if this happens again and terrorism rises again, and let me tell you that the area that is likely to be affected by this water is southern Punjab, from Abohor to Sabdulgarh. And why there? Because we are on the tail ends of the canal systems. And that is the area where the subsoil water is all brackish. You can't drink it, you can't use it for agriculture. And what you are doing in those areas, even drinking water comes from the canal systems. That is the cotton belt. That is why we are having a high incidence of cancer there. Because when the cotton is sprayed, that spray goes into the water and that water is drunk by people. And that is one of the reasons. But this is the area where in the 60s, in the 50s, you had when you had the Mujara movement for land distribution, very poor area of Punjab. In the 60s, you have the Naxal movement. And this is the area where in the last 3 years, you have lost 10,000 farmers dead who hanged themselves. And if now that water is taken away from them because they are on the ends of your canals, then God forbid, I do not understand when a person cannot feed his family, cannot clothe his family, then what they will do is pick up weapons again. And therefore, I think that this issue, which we referred to, we mentioned this to the President, and we told him that before he takes a decision on this issue, please ascertain and ask the Supreme Court or put a tribunal to ascertain what is the water position in Punjab. Then only you can talk beyond it. So these are the 2 things I wanted to say, and I want to also say on this breakout and break-in. I do not have any faith in the Punjab police taking an inquiry, because 57 gangs was suddenly, those 57 gangs disappeared because the DGP, nobody's talking about it anymore. This matter should be given to the CBI to have an independent inquiry as to how a break-in can take place into a high-security jail. Parkatchi is here with me. Apart from his great illustrious sporting career, he was also in the police. And when I was Chief Minister, I made him Director of Sports at that time. So he knows that this is going to be creating a lot of problem, and it is not possible for us to actually get to the ground reality as to it. Sukhbir today, Badal is saying that Amarinder Singh has nothing else to say, so is it blaming us? I blame him fully. The Akali government is fully involved. This matter is done by them, and they've done it with this objective of further provoking tension in this area prior to the elections.